What if living to 100 wasn't complicated after all? Dr. Shigaki Hinohara, Japan's oldest physician, proved it wasn't. At 105, he was still seeing patients, giving lectures, and writing books. No magic pills, no extreme diets. Just simple daily habits that anyone can follow. While Americans typically live to 76, in Okinawa, Japan, the average is 84, with many thriving well past 100. Their secret? It's hiding in plain sight on their dinner plates. Before passing, Dr. Hinohara revealed 5 simple principles that transformed his patients' health. These aren't trendy superfoods or expensive supplements. They're humble foods and habits that can revitalize your energy, digestion, and mental clarity after 60. Ready to discover what the world's oldest doctor ate every day? Drop your city in the comments below and hit subscribe for more life-changing health wisdom. Let's start with the most powerful principle that might change everything you thought about eating. Principle 1. Hara Hachi Bu, the 80% rule. Let's talk about our biggest eating mistake in America. We've all done it. Ordered the supersized meal, cleaned our plates even when we're full, or unbuttoned our pants after Thanksgiving dinner. I'm stuffed has become a normal feeling after meals, hasn't it? In Okinawa, Japan, home to the world's highest concentration of centenarians, they have a 2,500-year-old practice that sounds almost too simple to work. It's called Hara Hachi Bu. Eat until you're 80% full, then stop. That's it. But how do I know when I'm at 80%? That's what I asked when I first heard this. Dr. Hinohara explained it beautifully. When you no longer feel hungry, but could still eat a little more, that's your stopping point. It's that moment when you could continue eating, but don't actually need to. The science behind this is fascinating. The National Institute on Aging has found that moderate calorie reduction, not starvation, just eating a bit less, significantly extends lifespan and improves metabolic health. Your body actually operates more efficiently when it's not constantly working overtime to digest large meals. I think about Barbara, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Boston who attended one of my workshops. She grew up hearing, "Clean your plate," and "Don't waste food." For decades, she finished everything served, no matter how full she felt. I was always tired after lunch, she told me. I'd need a nap by 2 p.m., and my sleep at night was terrible. I figured that was just part of getting older. When Barbara tried Hara Hachi Bu, the changes surprised her. She started putting her fork down when she felt about 70% full. Still satisfied, but not stuffed. Within 2 weeks, her afternoon energy improved dramatically. Her digestion became smoother, and she started sleeping through the night again. I'm enjoying my food more now because I'm actually tasting it, she said with a smile. And I can play with my grandkids without needing a nap first. Want to try this yourself? Start with these simple steps tonight. Put your fork down between bites. Taste your food instead of just eating it. Take a deep breath halfway through your meal. Ask yourself, am I still truly hungry? Use smaller plates, a psychological trick that works surprisingly well. Remember, this isn't about restriction, it's about enjoyment. When you're not overstuffed, you actually taste your food more, digest better, and have energy for the things that matter. I'm curious. Have you noticed how your energy changes depending on how much you eat? Share your experience in the comments. Now, let's move on to the second Japanese longevity secret that might surprise you. A protein source that Americans often misunderstand. Principle 2, plant proteins, the misunderstood powerhouse. When I mention protein to my American audiences, I can practically see steaks and chicken breasts floating in their minds. We've been conditioned to believe that animal protein is the only real protein. But in Okinawa, home to some of the world's oldest people, their primary protein sources might surprise you. Dr. Hinohara explained to me that traditional Okinawan meals center around plant proteins, particularly soybean-based foods like tofu, miso, and edamame. These aren't occasional additions. They're daily staples that form the foundation of their protein intake. But wait, you might be thinking, isn't soy bad for you? I hear this concern often, especially from my audiences over 60. The truth is, decades of research tell a different story. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has found that regular soy consumption is linked to lower cholesterol, better bone density, and even reduced cognitive decline. All crucial benefits after 60. Let me clear up the biggest misconception. Moderate soy consumption does not disrupt your hormones. The plant estrogens in soy are much weaker than human estrogens, and studies show they can actually have protective effects, particularly for women after menopause. I think about Richard, a 73-year-old retired engineer from Minnesota, who came to one of my seminars. He had always been a meat and potatoes guy and viewed tofu as, in his words, weird hippie food. His cholesterol was climbing, and his joints ached after meals heavy in red meat. Skeptical but willing, Richard tried a simple experiment. Twice a week, he replaced his usual burger or steak with a tofu stir-fry loaded with colorful vegetables. His wife found a recipe with garlic, ginger, and a touch of sesame oil that actually appealed to his taste buds. I was shocked, he told me 3 months later. My cholesterol dropped 20 points, and I noticed my joints didn't hurt as much after meals. Plus, I wasn't getting that heavy, sleepy feeling I used to get after a big steak. Now, I'm not suggesting you need to become vegetarian overnight. That's not what Okinawans do either. They still eat fish and occasionally other meats, just in smaller portions as flavor enhancers, rather than the center of the meal. If tofu seems too adventurous, start with these American-friendly options. Add lentils to your soups or make a simple lentil salad with lemon and herbs. Try black bean tacos instead of beef once a week. Sprinkle edamame, fresh soybeans, on salads for a protein boost. Mix chickpeas with your favorite spices for a satisfying snack. What's your go-to protein source? Have you experimented with plant proteins? I'd love to hear your experiences in the comments below. Now let's explore the third Japanese longevity secret, a daily tradition that could revolutionize your digestive health. Principle 3. Fermented foods, nature's digestive miracle. Have you noticed the vitamin aisle lately? An entire section dedicated to gut health supplements, promising relief from digestive woes. We've been conditioned to believe that better health comes in pill form, especially those pricey probiotic capsules. But Dr. Hinohara started each day with something far more powerful, a simple bowl of miso soup. This wasn't just comfort food to him, it was living medicine. Fermented foods are the quiet heroes of Japanese longevity. While Americans pop probiotic pills, Okinawan centenarians consume fermented treasures like miso, natto, fermented soybeans, and tsukemono, pickled vegetables, with almost every meal. These aren't occasional health foods, they're daily staples. What makes these foods so special? Unlike probiotic supplements that contain just a few strains of beneficial bacteria, natural fermented foods deliver a diverse community of living microorganisms, enzymes, and nutrients that work together synergistically. They're like an entire ecosystem, rather than a single species. The benefits extend far beyond digestion. Research published in the Journal of Physiological Anthropology found that regular consumption of fermented foods helps reduce inflammation, the root of many age-related conditions, strengthens your immune response, and even supports brain health through the gut-brain connection. I think of Margaret, a 70-year-old retired nurse from Seattle who attended one of my workshops. For years, she battled digestive issues that made social outings stressful and uncomfortable. I tried everything, she told me. Fiber supplements, digestive enzymes, expensive probiotics, nothing worked consistently. At my suggestion, Margaret started incorporating small amounts of fermented foods into her daily routine. She began with just a teaspoon of miso stirred into warm, not boiling, water each morning. By week 2, she added a little sauerkraut to her lunch. Nothing drastic, just small, consistent additions. The difference was remarkable, she shared 3 months later. My digestion is more predictable, bloating is minimal, and I actually crave these foods now. My system just works better. Now, I understand that natto might be an acquired taste. Even many Japanese find it challenging. The good news? You have delicious American-friendly options. Plain Greek yogurt with active cultures, naturally fermented sauerkraut, found in the refrigerated section, not shelf-stable jars, kombucha, or kimchi. Start small. Even a tablespoon daily can make a difference. Add sauerkraut to your sandwich, enjoy a small cup of yogurt with berries, or sip miso broth before dinner. These tiny additions can transform your digestive health. What about you? Have you tried incorporating fermented foods into your meals? I'd love to hear which ones appeal to you most. Share in the comments below. Now, let's explore the 4th Japanese longevity secret. A carbohydrate that might change how you think about diet food forever. Principle 4. Smart carbs, the sweet potato secret. Cut the carbs. How many times have you heard this advice? In our diet-obsessed culture, carbohydrates have become public enemy number 1. Many of my clients over 60 have eliminated potatoes, rice, and bread entirely, believing this sacrifice is necessary for good health. Dr. Hinohara would have gently disagreed. In fact, one of the cornerstones of the Okinawan longevity diet is a carbohydrate, the Japanese purple sweet potato. It's not just an occasional treat, it provides up to 60% of traditional Okinawans' daily calories. Yes, you read that right. These centenarians thrive on a diet where the majority of calories come from a starchy vegetable. But not all carbs are created equal. The vibrant purple sweet potatoes of Okinawa are nutritional powerhouses containing anthocyanins, the same compounds that give blueberries their superfood status. These potent antioxidants protect your blood vessels, fight inflammation, and may even slow cognitive decline. Unlike processed carbs that spike your blood sugar, sweet potatoes have a lower glycemic index, delivering steady energy without the crash. They're also rich in fiber, which feeds those beneficial gut bacteria we just discussed, creating a perfect synergy between these longevity principles. The National Institutes of Health has conducted extensive research on these compounds, finding that anthocyanin-rich foods can improve blood vessel function by up to 28% and significantly reduce inflammatory markers in adults over 65. That's not just interesting science, it's protection for your heart, brain, and joints. I think of James, a 69-year-old retired accountant from Chicago with pre-diabetes. His doctor had warned him about carbohydrates, so he eliminated them almost entirely. I was doing everything right, he told me, but I felt terrible. No energy, constant cravings, and my blood sugar was still unstable. When James learned about the Okinawan approach, he was skeptical but willing to experiment. He began incorporating small portions of sweet potato, about half a cup with his lunch, a few times a week. not fried or covered in marshmallows, just simply baked or steamed. Within 2 weeks, something remarkable happened, James shared. My energy became more consistent throughout the day. The intense cravings subsided, and surprisingly, my blood sugar readings were more stable than they'd been in months. While the purple varieties might be hard to find in some areas, orange sweet potatoes offer many similar benefits. Try them baked with a touch of cinnamon, steamed and lightly mashed, or roasted with a drizzle of olive oil and herbs. For those monitoring blood sugar, pair them with a protein source like Greek yogurt or a small portion of fish to further moderate the glycemic impact. What's your experience with sweet potatoes? Have you been avoiding them, or are they already a favorite? Share your thoughts or favorite preparation method in the comments. Now, let's explore the fifth and perhaps most surprising principle from Japan's oldest doctor, something even more powerful than what's on your plate. Principle 5, the rhythm of life, joy as medicine. Before we conclude, I need to share what might be Dr. Hinohara's most powerful insight, a principle he valued even more than what was on his plate. You see, we Americans have become masters at complicating health. We count macros, track steps, analyze sleep patterns, and yet we miss something fundamental that Okinawan centenarians understand instinctively. When I asked Dr. Hinohara the secret to his longevity and sharp mind at 105, his answer surprised me. He didn't list supplements or exercises. He smiled and said simply, "I have fun every day." This wasn't just a pleasant sentiment, it was his deliberate life philosophy. While many health experts talk about what to eat, Dr. Hinohara focused equally on how to live. He maintained a beautifully simple daily rhythm that nourished his body and spirit. Rising with the sun, he began each day with a light breakfast, often just coffee, olive oil, and orange juice, and some reading. He took the stairs instead of the elevators. He kept working, seeing patients, giving lectures, writing books, well into his hundreds. Don't underestimate the power of fun, he would say. People who know how to play and laugh don't get old mentally. Compare this to our Western approach. We're perpetually rushed, stressed, and serious about health. We follow strict regimens, yet often without joy. We separate health practices from enjoyment, as if they're opposing concepts. We forget that happiness itself is healing. I think of Elizabeth, a 71-year-old retired teacher from Florida. When I first met her, she carried a notebook documenting everything she ate. Her life had become a series of health rules. No sugar, no gluten, strict meal times, yet she felt anxious and isolated. "I'm doing everything right," she told me, "but I'm miserable. Is this what healthy aging is supposed to feel like?" What transformed Elizabeth wasn't a new superfood. It was adopting a rhythm that included daily pleasure. She began taking morning walks with a friend rather than solitary power walks for exercise. She joined a gardening club where they laughed as much as they planted. She rediscovered cooking as a creative joy rather than a nutritional obligation. 6 months later, her blood pressure had improved more than when she was following her strict regimen. "I feel younger now at 71 than I did at 65, she shared, "and surprisingly, I'm actually eating healthier because I enjoy the process." Dr. Hinohara would have approved. His prescription would be simple: find your rhythm, create daily moments of genuine pleasure, walk when you can, stay curious, share meals with others, work at something meaningful no matter your age, and smile, not just for photos, but as a practice. This isn't just feel-good advice. Research from Harvard Medical School confirms that people with a strong sense of purpose and positive outlook live an average of 7.5 years longer than their more pessimistic counterparts. Your mindset literally alters your physiology. What brings you genuine joy? Is it reading, gardening, music, time with grandchildren? Whatever it is, it's not a luxury. It's essential medicine. Make space for it every single day. I'd love to know, what's one small source of joy you could add to your daily rhythm? Share in the comments below. Now, let's bring all these principles together to create your own longevity plan. There you have it, the 5 principles from Japan's oldest doctor. Eat until 80% full, embrace plant proteins, include fermented foods, enjoy smart carbs like sweet potatoes, and most importantly, find joy in your daily rhythm. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just start with one small change that resonates with you. Try miso soup for breakfast, add sweet potatoes to dinner, or simply pause before your next meal to appreciate the food before you. Remember, this isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. Which principle will you try first? Drop a comment below and let me know.